Hey folks, Rob here, and I brought out the two Girsans, the little 380s, because in our first videos, first time I shot both these, I had a little bit of problems with them. Of course, it was the first rounds through them, so they are unloaded. But, you know, I think I am going to, well, first we're going to disassemble them, take a look at them, and see if there's something obvious we can see that maybe we could work on. Now, I did clean these, but let's, actually, I don't know if I cleaned them after I shot them or not. I think I did. They don't look too dirty. I think I cleaned them and wiped them back off. Yeah, that don't look too dirty. We didn't put that many rounds through them anyway. So, thought we'd take a look at our ramp right here and our ramp right here. This seems to be highly polished, but I do see some little gouges in it right there. I don't know if you can pick that up. If we can get the light on it, you can see some little gouges, and there's some bluing still on it. So we're going to see if we can't make that a little gooder. Now, I couldn't find my polish that I normally use, but I was out going through my daughter's garage out there, and I found this lens clarifying compound. And so I looked this up online, and you can use it on metal. So I don't think we'll have any problem using this on the metal surface of the feed ramp. So now I'm just going to bring you back for little updates, because, you know, YouTube would highly frown on this. So I'm going to work a little bit, and then I'll bring you back and we'll look at it, because I'll show you what it looks like right now. If you can see that. Try to get you a decent view. And of course, you've seen this. Had a couple little divots in it. So I'm going to pause you here for a while, and I'm going to work on this, and then we'll come back. And I brought both of them out, so we're gonna look at both of them. So stay tuned. All right, I've got it set up here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a Q-tip, and I don't know how thick this is. And we're just gonna put a little bit of this right there. I probably got too much on there right now. I got this little buffing wheel. We'll just put some around there on that. I could have just put the compound on that. So we got a little bit on our chamber there. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna pause you a minute, go to work on this, and bring you back in a few minutes. Well, that on this part didn't take too long. This light, I don't know if you're getting that or not, but that actually got a little bit right around the edges, kind of just relieve that edge over. That feels pretty slick. So I think that's pretty well mirror polish. It looks better than it did. I'll have to look at I should have took a before and after picture is what I should have done. But anyway, now we're going to move on to our frame. And I'm going to get a little bit more of this compound out. I can get it out without spraying it everywhere. I looked this up. It says it's safe for metals. And it says you can actually, after this, you can like use jeweler's rouge or something like that as a finisher. But we're going to put a little bit of that right there. Not a whole lot, just enough to get us started. But it doesn't take long. I mean, you can barely see that little bit of a gouge right there at the bottom right now. So that is polishing up pretty good. The metal seems to be a little ridged, So we may work on that just a little bit more, but that feels pretty smooth. And when you made them together, you know, you got looks like you got a pretty smooth transition there. May work a little bit right there, a little more. We have just a little bit of a lip right there, you can see. We may work on the lower portion of this, the barrel just a little more, and maybe a little more right there. But I don't think this is going to take very much at all to get this slicked up. All right, I think I'm going to call that good. As you can see here, that to the feel, that is slicker than an ice cube. Now, I can still see some little ridges in it, but I just think that's in the casting. And we've got our bottom of our barrel here good. And I think once we mate this up and put that together, I think we're going to have a good smooth transition up. I eased this little lower corner off. I eased that, kind of eased around the edges. So this is our, this one is the, which one is this? This is the MC, this is the Browning BDA copy. So we're going to reassemble her. Actually, I'm going to clean it a little bit, get the, should have some residual hoppies on here, just getting that polishing compound off and any little fuzz. There's enough residual hoppies on that to remove any of that. Well, I'm not even in frame, but we're going to wipe that down and then we're going to reassemble it. And I'm going to try to get to shoot these this weekend. I work tomorrow. So, and it's been threatening rain here all day, so I haven't really got to do what I wanted to do. I've been busy. But anyway, we're going to reassemble this one. So we're going to drop our barrel back in. And our recoil spring guide rod. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do before I do that. Just because I can. While I'm out here and while I got this, I'm just going to smooth that out just a hair. Okay, I just hit that. I didn't spend but about a minute on it. Just enough to take anything that might have been there. Any kind of little burrs or anything that might cause some friction. So we're going to reinstall our recoil spring and guide rod. Get that back, set back in there. Is that where that goes? Let's put a little oil on it. Since we dried her up. Just a drop. A drop there. I think that should do us. We don't want her dripping wet with oil. We just want to get enough on her here to slick her up a little bit. Do I have my guide rod where it needs to be? Nope. Never do. So let's get her back here where she goes. Pushing our button. Are we where we need to be? Why is my... There we go. Why are we not rotating? There we went. I always struggle. That might even help that trigger a little bit. Just that little bit of polishing on that. Didn't have a bad trigger anyway. So anyway, we have worked a little bit here on our Girsan BDA. And now we're just going to do the same to the other. We'll break it down, look at it, see what we think it needs, and give it a quick going over. I tell you, that little wheel makes quick work of it. It looks a whole lot better right there. And she is definitely slick. Kind of got a little bit or just around the edges there. Relieved it over just a hair. I don't want to go too much on it. Ain't going crazy. Just enough to remove any burrs or rough spots or anything that might cause it to just slow it down enough to not feed. So we're going to do the same to our frame here. The frame looks kind of dull. So it's not a highly polished. It's polished, but it's not highly polished by any means. So we're just gonna do the same. We're gonna repeat it on this, and then we'll come back and take a look at it. All right, we've been polishing on our frame here for a few minutes, and look how much difference that made. She's got a mirror polish now. I come down, just relieve that edge a little bit, and this upper edge up here. Now I think when this mates up, we're going to have a nice smooth transition from the magazine to the chamber. We should have no feeding issues whatsoever going in there. So hopefully this weekend we'll try these again and see if this cures our little bit of feeding issues we had. I mean, I've had guns that were worse, but we have guns that were better. So anything a little bit we can do to maybe help out its function a little bit, we're going to do it. So anyway, so I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to take this piece. Now that's substantially a little, not quite so smooth. So we're going to hit that a lick. We ain't going to give it no whole lot of polishing. There it is before. I don't know if you can see. It's got a little roughness to it. So I polished on that for just about 45 seconds, just enough to give it a little bit of a polish. I'm gonna hit it with what little bit of hoppies I got left on here, just to remove any of that polishing compound. Probably run a patch down the barrel too, just to make sure I get all that polishing compound off. So let me clean her up, and we'll put her back together. Alrighty, folks, we've done a little maintenance tune-up on our two Girsans, the MC14 BDA and the MC14 g84. So we got our Beretta 84 copy and our Browning BDA copy. So we've just done a little maintenance tune-up because these were not functioning quite like they should. And we all know that a properly functioning gun, YouTube, is a safe gun. So this was necessary for these to, I modified them in no way. I basically just done a little extra polishing on a few rough spots. So I modified them no way. It's like waxing your car. So that's basically what I done. I waxed my gun. Anyway, so I appreciate you guys. I'm going to try to shoot these this weekend, so we'll see if what I did actually helped anything. Hopefully it will. And they ain't been shot that much, so it could be just a matter of break-in too. So anyway, next time we shoot them, I hope they run like slick as a whistle. So thank you for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Next video, we'll see y'all later.